It's Fandom Friday, yo! Hey guys, welcome in. I'm Zordon of Doom. I'm a singer-songwriter and I make content here on YouTube. I also stream on Twitch every Sunday to Thursday, playing video games and talking with you guys. And I have original music up on Spotify, Apple Music, and here on YouTube. If you would like to check out any and all things that I do, everything is down in the description, including my most recent song that is currently playing in the background, and Fire and Snow that plays at the end of each of my videos. You will also find links to any of the videos that I'm reacting to today. And for today's Fandom Friday, I will be reacting to YOASOBI. They just released a new music video on the 8th of October, and I wanted to check this out. It is called Gekijou, which in English translates to dramatic. And I also noticed in the comments of this music video, people were saying that Ayase actually sings on this and shows himself in the music video, which I think is awesome. Also in the description, there is a message from YOASOBI, most likely from Ayase, who says, "This song is my own response to a line from a Shakespeare play. All the world's a stage and every man a part. After many meetings with director Panaki, we aim to create a visual expression that intuitively conveys the idea that each character is the star of their own stage, including a meta structure such as actors filming other actors and the cameraman filming them." Interesting, okay. We, YOASOBI, played the role of YOASOBI living as musicians, while Suda played the role of actor Masaki Suda, and Nakaido played the role of actor Fumi Nikaido. And I believe we were able to express the worldview of this song in a unique and cynical way. Oh, interesting. This is YOASOBI's first live-action music video in which they appear, and with the help of many people, I think it turned out great. Woo! This is making me really excited for the music video. I hope that the feelings we put into this song will reach those who watch the drama, and everyone who always supports YOASOBI through the music video. Heck yeah. So the song is based on the short story, Theater Story by Koki Mitani. There seemed to be a link to the manga, but for some reason, when I try to click it, it comes up as the link doesn't work. So I couldn't really check out the short story, unfortunately. But yeah, enough of me doing some extra research into Gekijou. Oh yeah, before we start, for anyone who is new to my reaction videos, at the end of me listening and watching the music video, I take the time to read the English translation or the lyrics so I can better understand what's happening in the music video. I can better understand the story of the song itself. When I first watched the video, I try to take in as much as possible, so I turn off the English translation and I try to come up with theories in my head of what might be happening. Ikura's voice is amazing, so I expect nothing but awesomeness. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Ooh. I like the stage. Also her dress. Oh. You can actually see the cameraman following. Following each of them. such a cool idea. Ooh. Heck yeah. So capturing everything and then looking at your takes. Heck yeah! Oh, what a very interesting chord to end on. Heck yeah. I always like looking at the credits page. Director Panaki. Visual director Keita Sasaki. Masaki Suda, Fumi Nikaido. Really interesting video. Just without reading the English translation, it felt like the cameras were capturing every facet of their performance and what they do. It was like looking at the fabricated version, what you see on TV, but also like the reality TV aspect that you don't normally see as well, which is what made it really interesting. Also, their voices together are incredible. Now I'm gonna go line by line. I wanna understand the song and story a bit more. So the first verse starts immediately. All the way dance. Even lost, I'm making my way. Oh, we're dancing. Okay. You keep going. Even when you're lost, you're dancing your way through it. I feel like when songwriters use the word dance in this way, there's a sense of confidence in dancing, even when circumstances are difficult or troubling, like being lost. You're not caring too much about the circumstances. You're just going, you're making your way through. All the way dance. And then we have a series of close-up shots of the instruments. I guess that's not really the verse, that's part of the chorus, pre-chorus. And again, all the way dance. On a stage of winds and in the fray. Once again, instead of being lost, stage of winds, meaning it's not completely stable. The wind is probably pushing you in so many different ways, but you're sort of going with the flow. And in the fray, these are examples of unstable environments, but you're dancing through it. I absolutely love the stage. You can see around it, the cameras are all stationary for now. You have actual cameramen doing close-ups of the band, but yeah, the TV or the screen behind them is still dark. But let's continue. I'm over this stuff, in quotations. Enough is enough. I'm on the verge of yelling out with all I've got. She's been pushed to the edge, to the limit. She's had enough. We feel it deep and true. I'm feeling that too. I'm also noticing in the background the TV screens. Wandering all over, but a dead end's what I find. There's frustration there. Is it a dreamland? A city of lights? Or is it where the dream is meant to perish out of sight? Ooh, okay. Is this the destination that they're looking for? They're not there yet, but unsure if it's where they want to go or if it's going to be another dead end that'll crush your dream. And now she's looking straight at the camera. There's a camera now on the stage. An alluring wild commotion. And the glowing neon sits in the gaps. I'm assuming the glowing is supposed to represent hope and the desire to keep pressing on, that this might still be a good thing. That's why the commotion is alluring. There's something about it, the glow, the neon, that makes you want it. And then here on the screen you have a bunch of different TVs, and I think this is probably footage from different stages. You have Ikura, you also have footage of the band, of Ayase, our two actors, and I think even behind the scenes. You can also see YOASOBI here at the top, and then here at the bottom right, it looks like it could be the lyrics to this song. Maybe. It's barely filled, and people are so scattered. All over that empty dance hall. A place unknown. A play begins. Emotions are in motion. Oh, and this is when the camera zooms into one of the TVs, and we follow our first actress, who is in a dressing room practicing her lines. It's barely filled and people are so scattered. All over that empty dance hall. And then it transitions from the TV to being in the dressing room. She's practicing her lines and also getting ready backstage. A view so quiet, the spotlights waiting for a star set to rise up. It's so interesting. Because in this first shot, she looks up at herself, like staring directly at herself. She's getting ready to be that star. And then we notice the actual cameraman in the mirror. Oh, that's actually a really good transition. I did not notice that. I did not notice that the first time. So initially, there's a wipe transition when it goes behind her head, where she's staring straight into the mirror, and then the camera goes behind her head, it changes location. So she is now not just backstage, she is on set, probably not directly on the stage, but you have the camera person already following her. And then you got the TVs and stuff. The flow of the music, every burden that we adorn and doubts that befall. Ooh. So it's everything that sort of comes with. There are always ups and downs in the music, in life. This night has stripped it all. This is really cool because the camera that we see no longer follows her. It instead goes straight to this TV, and we see what the other cameraman is taking footage of. This could be part of the show that she was practicing in the dressing room. The curtain rises tall. And when she opens the door, there is a curtain, a red curtain that you can obviously see. The red is so vibrant. All the way dance. And then we get to the chorus. All the way dance. Even lost, I'm making my way. The same as the first two lines of the song. I flutter, flickering. Right in the starless night, I keep on swaying through. There's so much symbolism in this song. Flutter and flicker. It's almost like a flame in the night, trying to keep itself from going out. Looking in, we could see projected shadows in the view. Ooh, shadows could be a type of darkness or the burdens that were mentioned previously. It's our sign to chase tomorrow and our symbolism too. I suppose it's a sign to not give up. We've come this far, might as well go all the way. All the way dance. Bare skin, swaying bold and so free. Throwing your entire heart, your body and soul. Bare skin. Giving your all. Being passionate about what it is that you are and what you're doing. It's almost freeing. A driving force so graceful with motion that's so full of beauty. Like passion can sometimes... Being passionate and having that drive to keep moving forward is beautiful. It's something that you can look at and just sort of admire that someone can do that. There's something incredibly beautiful about the progress and the steps we take to make it to our goal. In the end, when the curtain descends upon the scene, when the act comes to a close, what are we bound to become? It's an outcome unforeseen. Yeah, at the end of the day, we don't know what will happen with the choices that we make, what the paths that we go down. At the end of the day, when the curtain falls, we don't know what that outcome is. But regardless, we're going to dance. We're going to keep going forward to find out who and what we become at the end of our journey. Also, I love this. I love seeing all the camera people focusing on each of the members. It has such a cool aesthetic because their background is themselves. This instrumental break before the second verse is really cool because it's just Ikuta or Ikura walking around, and there's different backgrounds on each of these panels that had each of the members of the band on. It's like everyone is different and brings their own sort of shape and light. And then we get to the second verse. What if the world all around's a stage in open ground? Like looking at the world that we live in as almost like a play. Would it mean I now have a role that is set for me? But whose stage play is it? I feel like that opens up a whole bunch of other questions for people that can also lead some into some type of existential crisis. I also want to point out, showing Ikura singing, and then you have Ayase on the screen behind her. Awesome. Let's picture rounds of applause. Oh, okay. So rather than this going down the existential crisis route, we're picturing the world as a stage and people actually applauding our roles. This is a positive thing. In this perfected comedy, I dive with all my heart. You're doing your best. You're going through and being yourself. You're giving it your all. And then it pans over to our actress and also all of the behind the scenes, the band. And I think this is probably going to transition to our other actor. The days I spent being laughed at as I fell apart. Oh no. Okay, so the comedy that we're talking about, this drama, can also be kind of tragic. That's why this is called drama. It's dramatic. The world is a stage where people, if someone was watching you go through your life, people praise you when you do good. And just the idea of when you're feeling down and depressed, that idea that same audience that was applauding you was also laughing at you is kind of heart-wrenching if your life was a TV show. And I think that's a really interesting connection with the amount of TVs and how much we're seeing of the band behind the scenes. You're also seeing some of these numbers, the sound mixer, things that you normally don't see outside of the production are being revealed to everyone. Is it tragedy's art? To be or not to be? So what should I now decide? This line followed the tragedies, is this tragedy's art? And people laughing at just your downfall and you feeling low. That to be or not to be is a very serious question. It's a very poetic way of saying, do I give up or not? Is that the decision? And in the music video, we pan to our other actor doing his, I guess, audition take. Well, I guess every choice and every call is all mine. Yeah, whatever choice you make is your choice. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. Forget the audience that is watching you. At the end of the day, it's your life. I recognize this actor. Yeah, he's recording himself in front of a camera, practicing his lines, acting his heart out. He's filmed it, and then he goes around to check his own footage. But it's also interesting that during all of that, he's already recording himself, but there is another cameraman in the room right here following him and seeing everything that he's already doing. So, like, his life, even though it's in front of a camera, he's recording himself. It's like the whole world is watching you. That's what sometimes feels like. The life can sometimes feel surreal. Even days with no salvation, all pain and woe. What if they just amount to a scene in the story's flow? Personally, I think the answer to that question is yes. Everything that you go through, positive or negative, the pain, the pleasure, the sadness that you feel, all helps to make you who you are. They're just a part of your full story. I also think it's interesting that he was looking at initially just himself, and then it sort of pans over everyone else. So it's like, instead of focusing on just him, he's suddenly broadening his horizons. At least that's how I'm taking this interpretation. Maybe I'm overthinking. Even if pathetic and unsightly, with every flaw displayed, play the lead with all your life and may devotion never fade. Exactly. You're being real. You're being authentically you. It doesn't matter if it's unsightly, if others might think it's pathetic. Forget society. Forget what other people think. You are the lead in your story. You are the main character of your life. All the way dance. Now right upon the stage on play. The present. The stage is the here and now. Dance. With this body alone. Tomorrow's still unknown. Tonight dance on and sway. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Focus on the here and now. Just make your way through. Dance through it. Sway with the breeze. Flow with the story. Even now, as nobody checks in or looks at me. This line is so interesting because I think they all look fabulous during this section of the song. Especially this hair flip. She's going like this. She's giving it her all. Even if nobody's looking at you. Do it for you. You're looking at you. So what if I was given this role? I will not play it weak. Who cares if the role you were given could be considered a small bit part? Don't play it weak. You are not a small bit part. You know why? Because in your own story, you are the main character. So don't play it weak. All the way dance. On a stage of winds and in the fray. We live all out in reckless drive, and so we glow with our beauty. Yeah, in radiance. In our passion, we pursue and be ourselves. Don't stop being you. Till the day when the curtain is coming down at last. I commit to acting out and will perform this life of mine. Heck yeah! This is such an empowering song. The band, Ayase and Ikura, the whole band together, YOASOBI. And it's like they're looking at each other. The actors, the band, it's like they're looking into the camera. They're aware that it's there. It's almost like challenging its existence by being who you are and just living your life loudly. Now right upon the stage on play. All the way dance. Move on till the curtain falls at the end. Yeah, just keep going. You only live once. Live it to the best of your ability. The way that it ends is awesome because it's not a closing note. It sort of leaves it open because the curtain hasn't fallen. So the journey, your story, the drama hasn't ended yet. We're still in the middle of it. And we just gotta keep going. Gotta keep moving. I love it! There's so much symbolism. There's so many like tiny details that I'm sure that are more easily picked up if you understand Japanese rather than going through an English translation. I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments. What do you think of the song? What do you think of the music video? I think the concept is so unique. It's very novel. And now that I paused, you have the title of the song. And now that I've paused, it's the title of the song, Gekijou. And in the middle it says to be or not to be. That is the question. That was definitely like a stage play. Definitely drama. Dramatic. All right, everyone. I think that is it for this reaction. If you are still here at the end of the video, I truly, truly appreciate you. If you have any suggestions, please leave them down in the comments. Let me know anything about YOASOBI. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And don't forget that no matter how it is you're feeling, you are A-W-E-S-O-M-E. You are A-W-E-S-O-M-E. All right, everyone. I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.